If people don't enjoy my book, f*** them. But if they do enjoy my book, also f*** them. I mean, I like this question. This is just me bitching about other comedians. Hi, I'm Daniel Sloss, and this is Between the Lines. And then a weird smile at the end. Bill Cosby. Unless he does the opposite of what OJ did. He's just like, okay, all right, I did do it, and here's how I did it. Russell Brand shouldn't write another book. If you want to read a Russell Brand book, just drop a thesaurus near an average comedian and substitute, and that's Russell Brand in a nutshell. I mean, I like this question. This is just me bitching about other comedians. God, who else do I hate? There's so many. I mean, I should put myself on that list. I should never have written a book. Like when Penguin phoned me up, it was like, "Are you interested in writing a book?" The first thing I said was no, but we did. So me, Russell Brand, and Bill Cosby. Yes, it is. But it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of mistakes and trips and falls as you sort of learn the boundaries. It's in a really horrible way, and I'm probably not going to be proud of this quote, but like one of the worst things that sexists say is like, I'm not sexist, I've got a daughter. And you're like, oh buddy, that's not, that doesn't give you the free pass. Like, you still have to learn and speak to her and understand the lessons. But for me, one thing that really did make me understand women more and my relationship with them when I was trying to go out and be a rock star and sleep around and do all the things that I thought would make me happy or that I was supposed to do. Being friends with females and seeing them go through dating and seeing the aftermath, which I never saw with girls that I dated and we broke up for whatever reasons. I never saw how the words I said to them had affected them, or my actions, even though I thought they were fine, made them feel, because you break up and you leave. Whereas having a female friend, I would be at home and she would have gone through a breakup, or she would have dumped someone and she comes back, and then I see the other side and you go, oh, okay, I don't want to put anyone through what I'm seeing this person go through, because this person to me is that to something else. And it's a really shit way to develop empathy, but it worked for me. I don't think everyone should break up with their partners. Like, if you're in a healthy, happy relationship and the person you're with makes you happy every day and they improve you, then stay with that person. That's a good person. But if they're anything less than that, bin them. There's so many people. There's so many people, and they're making more. Like, there's no shortage in human beings. Like, I know the one you've got at the moment, it's good, but are you settling for good? We're not going for best. You got one life. This is the one, is it? Is it really? I don't think so. I just don't believe you. If your soulmate grew up 5 miles from where you live, that's just a real big coincidence for me. I feel like you've got to look at the rest of the menu. And also, we all deserve happiness. The easiest thing in your life, I believe, should be your relationship, because the rest of the world is hard. You know, life is hard. Everyday existence can be a challenge for innumerable reasons. And the person that you are spending the rest of your life with is somebody that should help you not necessarily escape that, but handle it and make it easier, make it more streamlined, make you feel less alone during that journey. So if you are with someone that makes life more difficult, get them gone. Like, absolutely bin them. And then when they're gone, f*** them. Who cares what they think? Doesn't matter how sad they are. And that sounds cruel, but it's better than being cruel to yourself. Yes, and not in the bad way yet. I'm due to be married in 2 years. She's not asked me to sign those divorce papers yet, but strangers that I haven't met have had me autograph their divorce papers with big smiles on their faces. Like, they're very happy with the turn of events, and I am too, because I think it's incredibly funny. The first time it happened was in New York, just after my Netflix special Jigsaw had been released, and this is the one that led to so many people breaking up. a guy in New York drove from Pittsburgh down to get me to autograph those ones, and I thought it would be like a one-time thing, like very exciting. And then it just kind of kept happening. Like every 7th or 8th gig, somebody would have a set of divorce papers there. Like, I'm free and you helped. And I'm like, oh no man, you did it, but I'll happily bask in the glory of your newfound joy. Not all Scots hate all of the English. Like, we don't hate all of you. Nobody hates all of the English. And if they do, they're, you know, in a heightened state of anger, or you've gone to the final of another competition, you unbearable. I don't think we don't hate all of the English. All Scottish people have absolutely some resentment to some English, and that is deserved, and we're allowed to feel that way. So you did tell us that if we voted no to independence, we would be kicked out of the EU, and then you dragged us out of the EU. And as funny as that is, as a comedian, objectively, I can tell you that is very funny, but to live it is shite. Yes, but mainly out of shame. Like, it's like, I only became, air quotes, famous in like the past 5 years, and even then it's not like real fame, it's like a Z-list celebrity. Nobody gives a about comedians, man. But for so many years, because I grew up loving comedy, and you hear that like what you want to achieve in comedy is to go on tour, like that's the big thing. When I did my first tour when we were about 21, 22, me and Kai, my best friend and support actor, were so desperate for it to be like a rock and roll tour that we were getting drunk on a Tuesday night in Banbury after playing to like 80 people, being like, oh, we're gonna get laid after this because like we're rock stars. And like nobody is having sex on a Tuesday on Banbury. Like, it's even the people of Banbury save that for weekends. And so like our first tour, we were so desperate for it to be rock and roll, we were drinking every night. And it just wasn't, it was just two comedians in their 20s desperately trying to be the rock stars that they thought was meant to come with all this success. And it was fun, but it was sad. We spent a lot of time just hotboxing a Vauxhall Astra. In more recent years, after now that the tour is actually this big, exciting, around the world thing, I'm shoving it in people's faces. So I'm like, look how big I am, look, hey, oh my God, this huge gamble paid off. And we're very boring now. Like on our last tour, genuinely, around America, we spent most of our time knitting because me and Kai had entered into a competition, and in order to prove that who was better than the other one, we had to pick up a new hobby, and that was knitting. We would just sit backstage knitting each other a Christmas jumper. Just like, it can be used in such a disparaging, I don't care way, but if you reduce it back to people's thoughts about you, people's perception of you, and people that are trying to sort of get in the way or hamper you. If people don't enjoy your comedy, fine, that's allowed. Doesn't matter. If people don't enjoy my book, the comedy is subjective. God, I mean, I'm entering into the world of books where everyone's got their own favourite book and every opinion is equal and as valid as the other one. So if people don't enjoy my book, f them. But if they do enjoy my book, also f them. Like, what an idiot. Who enjoyed that book, really? With like 500 uses of the word f and 300 uses of the word f. That's a book you enjoyed? F you, idiot. Thank you very much for watching. You can buy my book, Everyone You Hate Is Going to Die, by clicking the link below. And please don't forget to subscribe to Penguin by clicking the link to the side there.